everyone, my name is Katie and welcome to my page Red Stitchery, and let's talk about cross stitching. So, the news that I keep talking about a lot, which is the no shopping for cross stitch anything related, it's officially over and some damage has been done. I think the best rule that I learned is that I can survive without shopping, but doesn't make my life better. It makes my bank account better, but it doesn't make my life better. I feel like collecting cross-stitch related items and actually cross-stitching, it's two different hobbies that very good go together. And I'm enjoying cross-stitch shopping. I love it. I just understand that the balance, it's not balancing. I'm shopping way more than I'm actually stitching, and I'm stitching almost every single day. You know, I like my progresses. It's not like I stitch once a month and keep shopping the rest the days of the month, but still I'm shopping way more of what I can achieve by cross stitching, but it's okay with me. I'm fine with it. Today I'm gonna show you lots of new stuff that been added to my cross stitch collection. If you feel like it's over, if you don't like when people overbuy stuff, you might want to skip it because I got a lot. Also, again, I'm filming on Monday and it's a curse of Monday. Again, the whole week sunny, hot weather, today cloudy and dark, and therefore again not the best lightning, but it's okay, we were gonna make it. Also, I just noticed it while I'm filming this that battery in one of the smoke detectors is going down. So if you hear random beeping on my video, if I will hear it, I will try to edit it out in my videos, but I'm so sorry. I'm not going to refilm it because I filmed a lot and I already put all the stuff away. And I mean, it took me 3 times to bring everything to the table just to show you, and it's gonna be a lot. Some stuff are still going my way. I have not received everything that I ordered yet, but I received like 90% of everything. So some more shopping I'm planning to do in the future for a couple of things. And then me and my stitchy friend, we decided to go for another no shopping challenge. I don't know why I'm doing it to myself, but I do have a good reason, I guess. So what I liked about our no buy challenge that we just did, which was for 3 months, nothing cross stitch related we purchased. So not even DMC, not a powder, nothing. You were not allowed. Use what you have. That was the goal. And I loved it. I did May of Starts, which I started 8 new projects, and that was a lot. And I feel like if I would keep buying stuff, I would not even thought about it, because me starting so many new projects, it was kind of like substituting that feeling of receiving something new. So I feel like if not for the challenge, I would not do month. I will still probably start a couple projects, but I will not start 8 and I will not dedicate the whole month for it. Another thing that I learned from the challenge, it's a good practice that probably normal people that have normal relationship with online shopping do, but I am very impulse buyer. If I see something I like it, I will buy it the same day, and not always it's the best choice. So while it was no shopping challenge, I was doing window shopping, meaning I would just go on the websites, I will add a bunch of stuff to my carts, but I will never push that buy button. So on 123 Stitch, of course, the one and only, it was interesting experience. I would constantly add stuff to the cart and move it out, add stuff and move it out. Like 1 week I like it, next week I'm like, not really inspiring me anymore. And that was the best and probably the only best part about the cross stitch no buying cross stitch stuff related stuff challenge, because if not for that, right now I would end up with so much more stuff than I actually bought. And it's not like I would not stitch it, it's not like I would not like it, But it's interesting was to watch my own reaction. There was only 3 or 4 patterns slash kits that I would never delete from my cart, and those I end up buying. Of course, I made also lots of impulse shopping, and it's funny because everything that was in my cart for 3 months, waiting for the challenge to be over, I bought it, and that was pretty much it. I add a couple more stuff. But the impulse buying comes from eBay, because eBay, it's, you know, people, it's not forever stuck. If you got it, you got it, and that's the cool part about it. Like people posting lots and a floss of Mill Hill beads, of Mill Hill kits, other kits, the distash, and that's the fun part for me on shopping on eBay. You're getting a good deal, a good price, and sometimes you can make offer and counter offer and all of that. And that's where all my impulse buying come from. I would say the logical would be delete eBay, but realistically it's not going to happen. So starting at the end of this month, we're going to do another challenge, but I asked my friend this time, keep the option buy enough necessary stuff. Because for example, when I was doing May month of starts, I didn't start a couple of projects because I was out of some floss. And since it was a no buy, I couldn't start it because, you know, always if you don't have floss, it's the one that you need to start the project with. It happens every time. So I told her that I agree for another challenge if I'm allowed to buy what's really necessary. So for example, if I want to start a project but I don't have a fabric that goes with it, or I don't have a floss, I will buy it. Now if I want a kit and I just want to go buy a kit, that's not going to happen. And this time we're giving ourselves also a three lives, I guess. I don't know how you call it, but 3 opportunities for shopping. Because I told her that next time if I see some kind of lot on the eBay, especially if it's a Cranic or Mill Hill or Delicate Bits, I want to be able to purchase it, because during these 3 months, I should probably delete the eBay for the 3 months that the challenge goes, but I missed so many great deals, and it was really eating me alive because I know I need those stuff. I will use those stuff. I'm gonna show you a couple kits that I bought this couple past weeks, and you will see that I'm right. I feel like Mill Hill, Cranic, and other like fancy flosses, it's something that you need to buy as a lot. It's a great deal, and guarantee you will use it, especially like Mill Hill and Cranic. Even if it's not in a chart, you always can add it. Like these 2 items, that's the ones that I am dreaming of having a full collection one day. I'm working on it, but there's so many variations that it's literally feels like impossible. So enough talking, let's showing, because I have lots and lots of things to show you today. I am happy about every single one of them. We have so many categories, of course, online shopping, gifts. Oh my God, I received gifts and that was just mind-blowing. Secondhand shopping, I shop somebody's distash. Like I shop lots of places, not just one big order from 1 to 3 Stitch. Of course, lots of eBay shopping, and of course, lots more coming my way. But this week I will be dedicated on making sure that I have everything that I need anytime soon, making sure that I scroll really good all the websites where I usually buy. And then I think we decided on the 20th we're going to start our challenge, which I don't know why I'm doing it to myself, but at the same time I know, to save my money. I have enough stuff to stitch. I really don't need, but I think what's killing me is when I see a great deal and I cannot purchase it. And then I know I will purchase it anyway, but for the bigger price. So that's why I told her like, hey, let's allow 3 shopping opportunities without any punishments if it's a great deal, like on eBay and somebody distashing and all of that. So I hope I will be able to edit out all the beeping. I apologize in advance if it will be somewhere here and there. I hope it's not going to ruin you watching this video. I also hope you're going to enjoy it. I'm sorry if I will motivate you for any purchases. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, that's what happens when you have 3 months without any shopping. You overdo it just a little bit, but it's all for good deal. I know eventually all of it will be stitched. By the way, side note, I did a little bit of math and I counted that if I will not shop anymore, and on a statistic from the last year, which I stitched somewhere 20 different kits, I'm good for the next 8 years. But I will buy more, I know myself, and I will stitch more. Like, I already started this year way more than I did last year, and I have the hope that I will at least hit the same mark that I did last year. So like, I have a goal of each year to achieve higher number on finishes, so when I shop I don't feel as guilty. Anyway, here's my haul that I made. More to come, probably part 2 coming after this one. Anyway, enjoy. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and let me know in the comments which of my new items you would like me to stitch first, which one you'd like me to see added in the whips, and what's not. And because in my previous video I did told you that my goal is not to overdo of the 30 whips, but if everything goes to the plan, which if you haven't seen my plan video, it's the previous one, go ahead and watch that, I should have lots of finishes this summer. So if I will achieve it, September promising being very, very fun. So I love cross stitching way too much. I feel like it's a little bit obsession going on, but I'm okay with that. That's why we're here. Anyway, hear what I bought, enjoy watching it. I was enjoying filming it. Okay, so we're going to start with booklets, and let's start with this one first. This is Victorian Christmas Treasures by Douglas Designs. I wonder if it's Janet Douglas related somehow. I don't know, maybe just the same last name. As you can see, it's a little bit old, 1989. This one I was able to purchase on eBay. It is used, but it's in pretty good condition. And at first, when you look at them, they look very, very boring and simple, but I've seen somebody stitching them online and I was mesmerized by the beauty. These are so beautiful. You cannot tell by the preview, but if we open any and we're gonna look at the key, almost all of them have lots of blending filament in it. Like, each you open, it has some sort of sparkle. Look at this one. That would be the heart. And I cannot wait to start it. So I originally thought maybe I'll make a pin caps, maybe I'll stitch in plastic, and you know, no, I've decided, as for right now, who knows when I'm actually going to stitch it, maybe I change my mind again, but I am going to stitch it on paper. I wanted to give that vintagey Victorian, I guess, charm, and I do want to keep it on paper. I looking forward of finding another volumes by this one. If maybe somebody has it and want to exchange, that would be amazing, because there's so many different booklets and some of them extremely rare to find. I found one on Amazon and it was going for $75. I mean, it might worth it, but I'm just gonna keep scrolling eBay hoping that somebody selling one of this. But I was happy to get at least one. I think the first one, the Calling My Name, it's this strawberry one. I think it's so adorable. The fan, because it has like a little elements, the purse, right? I mean, they're all so interesting, and especially like this element. I'm looking forward to starting it. stitching it in a paper. I have not tried stitching blending filament on paper yet. I am thinking maybe I should purchase 18th count to make them a little bit smaller. This is definitely not a toys because you will have to like stitch it on paper, and means it's going to be easily damaged. But I'm already in my head seeing a beautiful box that I found on it. For the box I can stitch something and decorate the whole box. In my head I'm already decorating my house with these ornaments. I'm looking forward to purchasing more. If you know where for the good price, like this one I got for how much? I think it was $10 or maybe 15. Like they are not cheap whatsoever, but if you know where to find other volumes, I'll be very much appreciated. And then let's show it like this. The pattern is super easy to read. There is instruction, the chart, the filaments, everything. I am looking forward of stitching it. And I already have bells in my stash, so I know I can use that. I'm very excited to repeat this element over here and this. And I imagine the gold, I have to be gold filament using over here. I'm thinking what if to add beads instead of the white dots, or maybe beads already in the chart, I haven't checked it yet. I mean, you can do so much fun with this. Anyway, let's move on because I have so much to show you. Another one that I was worried that I will not be able to find, but I actually find it on Amazon, and it cost me only $9, which I was shocked because it was the only place where I can find it. Maybe if you be interested, you'll have better luck, and maybe it's just me not knowing where to look. But this is Dimensions with collaboration of Debbie Mom, and I love her designs. Look at them. They're so simple, but so interesting. I think the bunny, a cat, and then this, all of them honestly my favorite, but I'm going to start probably with the cat. I think the cat is the cutest. I'm definitely looking forward to stitch it and also make pink hips and also decorate a Christmas tree. I'm going to show you later one of my purchases that I think in my head going to be perfect in decoration with these ornaments. I also like how the preview gives you idea of the different decorations. Like they're not all the same shape, they're not the same form. I like how this one is square, this one is round. I really like this idea for the frame, like literally just go in the backyard, collect some branches and make a frame. I like this a lot. I like this elegant little bow. I like how this matching the candy cane, the mouse holds. Like, I absolutely love it. I wish it was this price, but no, I think $9 was still a pretty good price that I received. And let me show you, it's just a very regular pattern, very easy to read. There's a chart and it has a couple pages. Anyway, I'm looking forward. I have so many whips right now that the projects are big. Like all of them have like 10,000 stitches and more to do. And I am looking forward to start something small that, like, you know, a couple evenings and I can have a quick finish. So I don't lose that motivation for stitching. Another one that I've been waiting for a year. I saw somebody stitching Welcome using this pattern. This is Mill Hill, and this is used. I purchased also it from eBay, and I saw somebody stitching Welcome using this alphabet, and I fell in love. And for a whole year I cannot find it anywhere, and somebody was selling it on eBay. I think I got it for like $13, and this is amazing. I think it's also a great gift, in my opinion, for like maybe your friends to stitch their letter of their name or their maybe last name and give them as an ornament for like Christmas decoration. Or you make a sign, like for example they give you example over here of the word love as separate elements, how you can decorate them. Garden, Megan. Now if you start looking closely, you will see that almost every single letter has treasures. The gloss treasures, that's what I will have to probably purchase or find something that I can substitute. However, there's lots of ceramic, I'm so sorry, I'm pointing with my finger, okay. There's lots of ceramic buttons that I used. Like this will be glass treasures. This is just the bead element, but this is, I think, glass treasure. Another ceramic button, ceramic button, ceramic button, and so on, so on. They like everywhere. I got a clay and I want to try to make those myself. I don't know if you get sometimes those moods when you want to make something with your hands, but for example, you're not up to cross stitching, you're not up to any other things to do, but you still want to, you know, do something with your hands, keep them busy. So I bought the ceramic and I want, oh, not ceramic, the clay, and I want to try to dupe the buttons for myself. I have acrylic paint, I have everything except the right mood and the right time to do it. I don't know why I'm delusional that I will be able to do it. I've never done anything from ceramic. I don't know how to use it, but if anything, I can find, I guess, dupes online because those buttons are pretty expensive. Each day I feel like it's harder and harder to find them, but I probably will copy that one person that I saw online and stitch the word welcome. I really like it. I mean, you don't have to have the buttons if you, I feel like it will look as beautiful as without them, because there's still beads in almost, I think, at each letter from what I see right now, and like little glass treasures I can substitute with something definitely. But anyway, my full name is Yekaterina, so technically E is my first letter, or I go by Katie, which is K, and I really like both of my first letters. But I was so screaming happy when I got it in my mail, because literally I fell in love with it like a year ago and I could not find it. I just love it, and it's one of those that you have to unfold it, and then there's black and white full paper, the chart. And this magazine has one particular pattern that I wanted so bad, because I have an idea how to do it, what to do it, and now it's all I can think about it for past like 3 or 4 months. So I found the pattern that I'm going to show you right now on Pinterest, but I didn't want to be a naughty person and use if somebody's uploading that image, so I Google search it, and I was able to find only 2 options, which is this magazine I can buy on Amazon and it costs $30 or like 35 maybe even, or find it on eBay, which I did, and I was super happy, and it cost me only like $12 plus delivery. Again, I had a hard time of finding it, so just letting you know, if you like any of these patterns that you see, stop the video, go search it, because each day it's harder and harder to find. So I'm gonna show you one by one what they have in here. There's a cute pug, and on the next page, them. The reason why I was so desperate to get this magazine. Aren't they just absolutely perfect? I don't see them as actual mermaids. I see them as a burlesque French dancers. I don't know why I have such an association in my head, but I see them in that like carnival style, like a Moulin Rouge movie. I don't know why, but that's what's in my head. And what's amazing about this magazine, it gives you a couple options. So you can completely bead the project, or you can stitch it, either one of them. So there's the pattern, like for example, all the colors that you possibly need. And I love this idea with like the ornament to bead it with this little like ruffles in the end. But I think I'm going to stitch her first, and I want to do her in these colors, but I want her to be this 3/4. And aren't they just beautiful? And eventually, of course, I want to stitch 3 of them. But aren't they just gorgeous? I don't know why. I'm so impressed. I don't know why. But I think it's the most cutest mermaids ever. I'm not gonna bore you with all the details of what I have already imagined in my head, all my crazy ideas that I don't know how I'm going to achieve, but it's happening sometime soon. So also looks like they were stitched either on plastic or paper, probably plastic, but 170 by probably like 100. So if you stitch them on plastic, they're gonna be like a big plastic piece, and I don't like it. So I have a crazy idea that I'm gonna try anytime soon, and even if I fail, I still will show it to you. Over here has an instruction how to make that little ruffle, how to beat the project. There's also idea for the little friends for the mermaids. And let's see what else in this magazine. So I was so happy I got magazine, and then after mermaids I turned to this page, and this the bag. To make a cross stitch / beaded bag, it was one of the goals for 2024 I put for myself, but I didn't find any designs that I will like, and I'm like, hey, I already bought the magazine. What if I will make one of those bags? I think they're absolutely charming, absolutely beautiful, and I definitely want it. So there's a pattern and there's instruction how to put them together. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I definitely want to stitch one of these bags too. I mean, why buy more patterns if I have this one? Just use this one. Also giving you a pattern how to do the back of the bag, so it's not just simple fabric. And then a couple easy, simple patterns, cute birds, runes. That was a little bit random, but that's also interesting. And then I guess there's some kind of famous painting, and this is all what you call it it's all cross stitch. I don't think there's any beading in it, but isn't it asking for the beading? Like her dress and the water, I feel like it has to be beads, isn't it? No, it's just me being crazy over beads. There's some cats. I don't know if the white spots supposed to be, or when they stitch the fabric peeking through so much. I don't like this. And then koala. This was very interesting too. I think it's a great idea. I've never seen anything like this before. So you're stitching it and then you back stitching, I think, the animal, or you're stitching just like a silhouette of the animal. I really like the idea too. And what else it has? I think that's it. Just patterns. Oh no, this I saw and I'm like, this is so simple but also very beautiful. And in my head I already stitching it with color variations floss. And what if you bead it all? This wasn't part of my plans. I didn't even pay attention when I look at the preview that it's part of it. Oh, I guess it's not even here. So when I was flipping through, I opened this page and I just kind of stuck on it because I like how it's monochromatic. That's the word, I think. Like it's all different tones of one color, blue. And I thought this is very interesting. or like stitch the blue DMC with Kranic, blue Kranic mix and silver, something like that. And then over here there's instruction. This is somehow interesting laying of the floss. Like, this also grabbed my attention. So originally I was buying this magazine for just these beautiful mermaids, and I think I will end up eventually with 3 at least projects, which is that blue one, the bags, and of course the mermaids. But I was so happy I found it. These mermaids, when I found them, I was just, that's it, that's all I can think about it. I am, if you watch my previous video, I am currently working on closing lots of goals. So June, I'm dedicating to all my old whips to achieving particular goals. I want to finish a couple projects this month, and then after that I'll feel more on ease, I guess, to starting the new projects and what's not. So I feel like there's a lot already to do just from this booklets, but it's only beginning. Let me know in the comments which one of these you would pick up for yourself, because I feel like they're all such different styles, all of them. But that's what I love it. I love backrest. Pretty much one technique, but so many different things that you can make with it. I love it. Now we're going to secondhand store purchases. No, it's not about the Kranic. It's about this spoolie holder. So I was 2 in there, and I got only 1 thinking it would be enough. Now I'm regretting it. I did need 2, turns out. I have way more Kranic than I thought that I have, but it's a great find. And I like how they're all in order now, and all my dupes are in container and an organizer. The only thing I don't have here is the other type of like a braids and a different type of the filament. But I think most of them here on the display, which I am far from full collection. And funny thing, I have some projects that I'm going to show you in the future, in the next couple minutes, and I have no Kranic for those projects, and they are all out of stock, even from 1 to 3 stitch, because you know Kranic right now is in between places, what's not. But that's my first great purchase in my opinion. It's this floss storage thing. I think eventually I will not keep it as a stand. I think eventually I will put it on a wall, but not gonna lie, I really like how I can see all the numbers, because I did put them in order. I have numbers brain. Like, I know most of people probably will do them in color, but I need to be them in the number. If they will be by color, it will really bother me. So I organize everything by number, in order. Anyway, that's the first purchase from the secondhand store. I haven't separated anything yet. I wanted to show you as it is. So I found this cute ribbon. That's not the real price, of course. I like saving those. I found some kind of beads. The bag is open, but just the black bugle beads, which can be useful. That's, I think, the small size. I found somebody decided not to stitch it, and it's all DMC floss. I have not separated yet, and the pattern that is in there I have zero interest in, but look at this, just cards upon cards with DMC floss. So after I finish filming this, I'm going to finally put them on the bobbins. I'll maybe wait and do it when I need them. And there's some also like this DMC floss. I feel like I never have extra. It's always something that you definitely need. So when I saw this, I'm like, yes, please. That's a great deal for so much DMC floss. This one is actually not a secondhand store. This, we have a library. And on, I think, Tuesdays and Fridays, they do Book Nook, which is books that for some reason library doesn't want, and they give them for free as a donation. So I was able to find this magazine in there. And when I grabbed it, I like the preview because I like how you can just stitch this part. I like how you put this as a ornaments. I like how I can add maybe chronic to it and play with it. I like how I can stitch instead of the multiple colors of blue, maybe just a color variation of blue. Can you hear the wind? This is ridiculous every Monday. Anyway, I'm so sorry, but I have to film this today. I also like how magazines, especially the old ones, will give you lots of ideas how you can finish your piece and all of that. And let's see what they have in here. So I like this a lot, even as it is. And then I saw they suggested for you to make like a little organizing for all of your stitches supplies. I saw maybe twice in my life, but maybe I will try to do it. And they do have an instruction right here how to put it all together. But even as it is, I like it. And see, I'm not the only one who thinks the way I think. They also suggest you can make like a little ornaments out of the elements. And again, I'm thinking and giving me Owl Forest vibe, which of course this pattern was made way before Owl Forest even exists, because I think it's 90 something. Yeah, it's the issue from March, April of 1993. But same color variation floss. I have a lot in my stash that needs to be used, and I thought that would be a great project. And then of course, instead of this one, I can put my initials, for example. There's the pattern. And then I think magazines even nowadays do this thing where in one issue they give you half, and then the second will be half, and then probably in the third one will be the frame. Obviously, I don't have another issue of this magazine, and I'm very happy with elements that they give you over here. Same thing, stitch it all together, stitch it separately, make an ornaments, make a pin caps, stitch with a variation floss, stitch with acrylic, stitch with the beads, why not? Again, so much things that I can play with. That's the one that in the beginning of the magazine, and I like how they giving you idea right here of what you can, where you use it, how to make it. See, they technically took the pattern and they break it to the little ornaments of the pattern for different usage, and I think that's awesome. I wish I can find this wooden like rack for spices. I love this idea a lot. This element, the towel that I can do. And so at first it looks great. I think from 1993 it looks amazing, but the pattern it's actually very creepy. But they did it because the eyes and the mouth is stitching with a petite stitch, so I thought it was a little bit creepy. But I think for the 1993, this is amazing face stitching work. I mean, it looks great. I'm not gonna stitch it, especially the leash on a square really freaks me out. I don't know why this element scares me, but I like how again they took the element and they decorated a wooden box with it. But again, I think for 1993, this is amazing design. Like, looks great. But I'm definitely not gonna stitch it. And I saw this and I was, aww. I think the beads already comes in the chart. I wonder if it is. Backstitch, bead, yes. There's 3 different beads in here and I absolutely love it. This, when I saw it, I'm like, this is perfect. This what made me definitely grab this magazine, because all before it I'm like, yeah, it's a great idea, but let's be honest, when I'm gonna have time to stitch it? If I ever gonna stitch it, that's the first pattern that I'm going to use. It reminds me Mill Hill for some reasons, and I think it's absolutely perfect. I mean, the faces are very, very funny. but I like it. It gives it own vibe, and I like it. I like it a lot. And Easter egg. So that gives you a lot of options, but the pattern is only one, and then for this one. And I actually really like it because of these little duckets. And I like how colorful it is. These guys over here, which are also very cute. I don't think I'm gonna stitch them, at least anytime soon, but I think they're adorable. Another ornament element. And Narnia movie, when she rides on the polar bear, that what reminds me. Another one that I think, and I like how on the pattern, oh wait, so you stitch it and then you fold it this way, and that's what you make out of it. Oh, that's interesting. Or you can make it as a one big piece, you know, don't fold it, just use this as a frame for the bear if you want to keep it for like in a frame. So that was a magazine that I got pretty much for free, but I did put some money in a donation box. So I found this wooden box. I think it's wooden. Oh, it's plastic. Maybe it's plastic. It cost me $1.50. As you can see, I haven't done anything to it. It needs to be cleaned. It has any value to it, but for me, as for the cross stitcher, it has a value because it's interesting piece that if I want to, I can color, but I don't think I'm going to, but I'm definitely going to give it a good scrub. This. Lots of things can be cross-stitched in here, and because technically it's for the photo, but lots of interesting designs can go in there. It is tiny, like it's tiny, so maybe something with petite stitch or just some kind of element, but I like how I found another place where I can use my cross stitching. Couple more frames, nothing special. This is, I think, plastic, but oval frames so hard to find. And if you watched my all finished projects video, I wanted to put my cow in it and color it this white because it's plastic, so it's not really like, I'm not gonna hate myself if I color the wood, but the cow was too big and I'm very upset about it. But I will definitely find something that I can put in here. It's just the oval frames so hard to find. Frame, I don't know why the yellow paper is in there. I'm not sure if it's wood or plastic because I think it's wood. I don't know. The yellow very takes all the attention, but I like the frame. I think this one would be perfect for my cows, either one of them. I think my farm cows will go perfect in here because of the wood, but again, I haven't cleaned anything yet. I feel like the wood over here is chipping, so I will probably lightly sand it and maybe repolish it or something. Like, all these frames need some work done, but I really like what I found. Now to this pile. I found this lady in town. She was selling all her cross stitches and I bought it for her. I didn't even took the prices off. Anyway, very tiny wooden stitch. I honestly bought it not because of the pattern, but because of this, and I feel like I can stitch anything I want as long as it will fit this little area. Or maybe I will just stitch this, who knows. But I thought it's a cool idea, so I grabbed this. She was giving away some fabric. One of these I already used. I think her stitches in there, yeah. She starts stitching something and it's petite stitch, so I don't think I'm going to undo it. I'm just gonna cut it out and use the rest of the fabric. She didn't say what it is. I think it's just the regular even weave. I have not counted yet what count it is, but I got 3 cuts of the fabric, and fabric is something like a DMC, you know, you always need it. Country cross stitch, I know it's one of those old brands. It's 2 lovebirds, and I think, what you call it? I think you call it metric. I don't know how to say it in English, but you can put, you can just stitch as it is, or you can put like your names and the day you were married, for example. But there's the pattern, there's the floss. Looks like there's no fabric, but that's okay. When she posted pictures of what she's selling, that was one of those that I knew for sure I want. But she posted maybe 2, not even 3 weeks before my challenge was over. So I've decided that if anything left by the time my challenge is over, then I will purchase it. I'm very happy that this project waited for me. It's a garden sampler. And of course, I'm gonna repeat myself a lot, right? Variation colors, cranic, beads, any other interesting details that I can substitute, change, customize. Like I think if I take orange petite beads and add it to the corn, like there's definitely some fun elements that I can add it. And I also like this part just it is, like 2 bunnies, and I like again how it's monochrome, just green, different variations of green. I like that too, but everything else I also like. And this kit is full, so fabric, floss, instruction, and I guess the organizer that I'm probably not gonna use. And the floss I will need to separate myself, but it's okay. Dimensions, orchies, I mean it's dimensions, I have to grab it as long as I cry almost in each video about dimensions patterns. Results at the end are absolutely beautiful, so I grabbed it. But it's typical dimensions kit, Aida, floss, everything, it's in there. I've never seen it. Like I, you know, constantly shopping online or searching for stuff. Sometimes I don't shop, sometimes I just search just to search. It brings me joy, it's one of my hobbies, I guess. And I've never come across finished, somebody selling it on Amazon, eBay, I've never seen this design before. That was a brand new for me, like I've never seen it. I wonder what year it is. 2008, it's not that old, but yeah, I've never seen it. And she also was selling this frame, which I like how it's raised frame, box shape, what you call it? Shadow box. Like, do you see how big it is? And this is not a part of the box. This is just the packaging, not part of the frame. The frame itself, just a regular white, maybe like ivory color frame. And I like how shadow box it is. I don't know. That's what you call it, I think. Shadow box. But I think the project with beads and all of that would be a great display place. So I also grabbed a frame from her. And now this is also a purchase from that lady. This kit was the reason why I almost cheated, I guess, to my no buy challenge, because this the kit that I wanted the most from her stash. But I decided if it will wait for me, it's a destiny. If not, I guess not. This is Christmas skirt by Dimensions. Those are pricey. Every time I find the one that I like, they go on eBay for like $100 and more. As you can see, she bought it for the pretty big price too, but because of the cut of the fabric and the amount of the floss, it kind of makes sense why it's so expensive, but it is pricey. I mean, the regular Dimension kits usually goes for like $30. This one she purchased for $50. And that's what I was talking about. When I show you those ornaments, I feel like the tree will be with those ornaments. This will be the skirt. They match perfectly. I've never stitched a skirt before. This would be an interesting experience. I mean, I guess. And now to the expensive part of my shopping. First, I finally purchased Yuli beaded thread. This is supposed to be a see-through. I haven't undone it yet, haven't checked it yet, because all the beads before, I was stitching with this floss over here, which is also for the beads, but this is white. and on my chatelaine, the main gem that goes right in the middle, I couldn't stitch with this one because it was very, very noticeable. I purchased this Yuli floss, and if you see, it's this floss right here. I don't want to undo it because I know then I will not able to put it the right way, but there it is. See it? And do you see how thick and way white it's this one? So I'm excited to try it. Lots of people using this one, and then lots of people using this one. So that's like the most popular threads for the beading part. But this one, oh no, I did undo it. Now it's gonna be a mess. Well, since I already undo it. This one is see-through. So the beadwork should be more even elegant by using this one. Talking about the beads, this is a bead organizer. I got it from Amazon, and first impression, I'm not impressed. First of all, why all the numbers, well, alphabet, right, to organize it, starts with this corner? Why not like this or like this? Why from the bottom? Okay, that can be ignored. So the magnets are very, very weak. It also came with like a protective thing that I peeled off. So I don't know if it's still covering the magnets, and maybe that's why they're so weak, but they are very, very weak. And maybe what I do like, it's that inside it's not just the wood, it has like that velvet fabric, so the bead's not gonna be very movable. It's gonna like slow them. And then again, if you will order something like this, never open it like this. Always slide it in order not to lose all of your beads and mix them up. I have not tried this yet. I am excited. Maybe it's not as horrible, but as for right now, the magnets are scaring me because the magnets, they are not strong. So I feel like if I by accident flip it over or heat it somewhere, this lid just gonna fly and all the beads gonna get lost. So obviously I'm not gonna do it on purpose, but I show it to you and I finally can start using it. So we'll see. Also looks like not lots of beads gonna fit in there, but it's not like an organizer. Like you don't keep your beads, I feel like, in here of all the times. It's more like a project organizer. So if you have a project with lots of beads, that's a great place to keep them. A very random purchase from eBay. I'm such a hoarder. Oh my gosh. This is silks. One Gloriana, which if you ever search for the Gloriana, it's like a freaking unicorn, hard to find. Do I need this color? No, but it was part of the deal. This also, I think, silk. I have not. It's by Karen, but I have not tried this silk yet. And this is Kranic. This type of silk. There's a couple patterns in the future that I want to purchase that need silk, and I thought maybe I can substitute it with this. eBay, I have a problem. I love eBay too much. I need to stop. This is by Victoria Sampler. It's a kit, fabric, floss, beads, and then the bell element. Maybe the needle even. Everything is in here. And I bought it for, maybe it's not cross stitching, it's more like needlework and embroidery. All of these elements, like a heart anchor or some kind of mix. I want to try it, so that's why I buy it. I have not stitched any Mirabilia yet, but I keep buying it. This is Perfume Mermaid. On Etsy, it was a great deal. All of it, besides the fabric I bought separately from 1 to 3 Stitch, but everything cost me around $70, And I did double count. If I would buy all these elements separately, it will cost me way more. But this is not my favorite mermaid, but my favorite mermaid you cannot easily find. It's one of those rare ones that you need to hunt for. This is my second favorite. I guess it's my favorite from everything that available of the mermaids. I really like her. And everything that I need is in here. All the beads, all the beautiful silks. And I bought the fabric from 123 Stitch, the one that in the chart, the one they recommended. So everything is ready to go, except I just need to collect the DMC floss, but that's not a problem. And I'm very excited. It's gonna be huge, I know. But eventually, when I'm going to change my room the way I want to see it, I think I'm going to put her somewhere to the stand where all my perfumes are, and it's just gonna be beautiful. And I actually really like the fabric that suggested. It's green, and I think it looks great. I know lots of people stitching Mirabilia with, I call them busy fabrics, like with, you know, uneven the background, and it's great, it looks beautiful, but I wanted to keep it simple. I want to bring her out, like I want her to be the center of attention. I didn't want the fabric grab any attention to it. I want all eyes on her, so that's why I decided to go with the simple fabric, just following the chart. My May starts, I started the other angel, and I was able to find this one. This is the winter one, so same concept. She just facing different directions, so they mirrored. And she also have beautiful dress. Same tree, also got some bunnies and birds. And this one also have lots of blending filaments in it. Not as many as the previous one, but still a lot. Also have like a wool floss in here, and I wonder where you use it. Oh, I bet you use it over here. Ooh, that's gonna be beautiful. This one I am of course going to change the fabric. I'm thinking to find, maybe if it's even exists, with a very small random polka dots, because over here I guess you're supposed to stitch a single like a snowflakes, single stitches. I am not doing it. It's I hate single stitching. So if I can find a beautiful fabric like blue, even maybe the brown is this one, with those polka dots, that would be perfect. If not, I'll probably just grab some kind of fabric, a busy fabric, just to get that effect of the snow, of the winter weather. Again, I don't like how the fabric is beige, her hand is beige, her face is beige, and they're gonna be too matchy. My previous one, I'm stitching, the one I'm stitching right now, not the previous one. I'm stitching on a blue, light blue. I substituted two, so over here, definitely going to change the fabric. Another angel by Marbeck, Snow Angel. Oh my God, this one gave me anxiety. I've never ever seen this design before. In fact, I sent it to a couple of my stitcher friends. They've never ever seen it before, and it's Riolis, it's Russian brand. None of us ever seen it before. And I found it on Amazon, and during my challenge that I was doing on Amazon, it cost $9. $9. And then it went out of stock, and my heart was broken, because of course I'm not gonna stitch as it is. I like to make my stitch life complicated. I wanna try to Mirabilia it, if you will, adding in some beads, craning, you know, maybe variation floss, like definitely can have some fun with it. And then when the challenge is over, thankfully it was back in stock on Amazon, but now it cost me $20, which I was just happy that it's back in stock, because I've never ever seen anybody stitching it. I've never ever seen in for sale. Like, it was my first time ever seeing this project, and I was like, whoa. Just what, 3 colors? Definitely gonna change it to the even weave. Let's see what else Riolis has. Ooh, I like this. I wonder what year it is. It's not that old, it's 2018, but again, I've never ever seen it, and I don't understand. I think this is great. It's such a very like interior designer piece. I feel like it's gonna go so well in a house decoration. I mean, bathroom obviously, but anywhere else. And me being me, I'm definitely going to add some interesting elements to it. Fun fact, I have all the floss. I did not have the patterns. Now I have a pattern. This is by Nora Corbett, letter E. Again, my full name is Yekaterina, and it starts with Ye, which is, this is Russian Ye, but in English it's E. I have all the floss, I have the fabric, now I have a pattern, and I'm very excited to start it. Mill Hill, of course, I have to order more. This is a new collection. It already has a new button. Very simple, nothing specific, nothing different, nothing special about it, but it's so peaceful and so, I don't know. It's a good summer day, your whole life ahead of you. You have holidays, you're at your grandma's house, and just life is simple and great. That gives me this kind of vibes. I also have a bike with a basket, but mine is pink. This one is blue. Comes on a perforated paper, that blue. There's the beads, needle, floss, and then there's the bird hiding over there. This one is, I think, old collection, 2014. Well, not that old, but not new. I like the paper, the green, lots of beautiful flosses over there. And the button, this is the ceramic button by Mill Hill, the ones that they no longer are making. This is so ugly. I thought at first it's a spider, but it's a flower. I'm sorry, but this is not the best button that I've ever seen. I might substitute it with something else because it's not very that important. It doesn't change anything. You honestly can put anything you want right here in the middle. And again, if I will ever be brave enough and in the right mood and have a right amount of the time, and I will start making clay buttons, I might make like a leaf or just a better version of this flower and add it over here. But it's a peekaboo, and I think it's adorable. I really like it too. I like everything that I bought because I bought it, you know. And then a small one. I think this is also a new collection, and it definitely goes well together. So on my previous video of my May Starts Part 2, I was telling you a lot about the Mill Hill, and that's the minis that I was talking about. So see, this kits, it's a square, I think, yeah, it's 5 by 5 inches, whatever. These ones, they are tiny. They also come on perforated paper, all the fun elements, the beads, the floss, everything inside as this one. Oh, you can make a magnet out of it. But this one, they just smaller. The treasure goes right here on top. Very pretty. And another one, small one. I think this is the old one. Like, that's not a new collection, it's the older collection. Yeah, 2008. Also have that glass treasure. Interesting. I just noticed it's like a flower, where in a preview it's like a tulip. I've just noticed it. But it's a glass treasure, not like an ugly clay button or new buttons that they put. The glass treasure I like a lot. Anyway, so 2 small ones and then 2 big ones. Another project that I've been thinking for like a year. This is by Cooler Classic Chart Designs. This is by Sandy Orton. And the preview is absolutely horrible, but I highly recommend it for you to Google finished projects of this pattern. The best part, almost everything that you see, you stitch with Kreinik. It's one big sparkling project. Of course, you use DMC floss with mixed with Kreinik. Some elements you stitch in just Kreinik. This peaches, it's the most beautiful thing ever. And I showed you my collection of my Kreinik. I have some that I need for this chart. I have to also buy some because these ones I didn't had. I also follow the chart and I purchased the fabric that suggested for this project. I think it's a cashel, yeah. And I'm still missing some of the Kreinik. Again, I think Kreinik, the brand right now in between, because I think they sell their company to the different company. Nobody knows when the manufacturer starts, if it will be started, how to substitute it, with what substituted. I'm missing a couple of colors. I just need to find them somewhere else. And I guess I'm not in a hurry because I don't see myself starting this anytime soon, which I hope I will. But let's be realistic, I have too many plans already. But I'm very happy I have it. And the Kreinik that I miss, I literally need in the very first element right here. It's this fuchsia color Kreinik that I don't have in the right size. But it's just beautiful. Highly recommend it. To search finishes of this work. It's just beautiful. Also, look at this pattern. Look how thick it is. It's a book. Because you need to know how to do all these elements. Literally each element has their own page, a huge key chart and all of that. Look at that. There's a lot of work, but I'm very excited and very happy that I was able to get it. Goddess Garden by Mirabilia. From everything that I own by Mirabilia, this is the one I'm going to start first. When I come out, I thought it's pretty, and now I've seen lots of people like finishing it and posting their finishes, and it's just so absolutely breathtaking beautiful. And I like how it's a very, again, I think perfect for the house decoration, because it's not just a pretty lady, it's a garden. We have the element of entrance to it, and then the bugle beads imitating the water, plus some stitching, plus some Kreinik. It's just beautiful. I ordered fabric that was suggested, so again, I didn't play any experiment with that. Same reason, I wanted to keep it very simple. So that's the Kreinik that's going to be used in this pattern for Karen Water Lilies silks. Beautiful. And beads. Some of this I already had, some I have to buy, and I already put them in the organizer. White, orange, red. So these two, they're going to be used in the flowers right here on top. This one you need 3 bags. Over here in this organizer only 2. The third one I haven't put in here yet because I didn't want it to be over full. And then the green one. I have 2 types of Mill Hill organizers. I'm making a video soon. I'm going to explain to you why it's like that. But also the silver one, the blue one. There's a lot of beads in here. A bigger silver one, a black beads. That's that extra third one, same color. Big blue beads. I wonder where this goes. Oh, it goes over here. Silver and the green beads, this ones. And these ones. They go over here as the drops and the circles on the water of the water that's running. Oh my god, this is genius. I want to start it so bad. And these, the ones that I don't know how to pronounce. And these ones, I think that was absolutely genius. They goes over here to imitate the running water. I am so itching, literally just drop everything and go and start this one, which I know, of course, the beads I'm gonna do very, very last. But I think me and my friend, she has one by Nora Corbett, and I have this one, and we are going to start our projects in August. So this one I'm going to start in August, and I cannot wait. Like all these gems, treasures. Oh my god, I love cross stitching so much because look at it, it's so pretty. How not to like it? How not to like it? It's just beautiful. And now to most amazing part that I was not ready that it will be happening, but it happened twice, and I texted each person a thank you, but I want to also say thank you right here in the video. I received 2 gifts. The first one is from Lalani, and they sent me a note, but now I'm going to show you. This is this set by the whole kit by Riolis Sakura Bridge. That's the only one that I'm missing from my full collection of this series. So in my finished projects, I show you this one. In my kit stash, I'll show you this one. And this one, I didn't have it, and they reached out to me and said that, hey, I have this one. I don't want to stitch it because I found it on a secondhand store, and I guess I saved it for you. Can I send it over? And I received it today. I'm itching to start it because I know how enjoyable and fast this stitch is, and I'm very, very happy. Now I have full range of the series, and yeah, I cannot stop smiling because this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I'm definitely going to stitch it. I'm like, oh, can I believe I have it? Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Again, thank you. Thank you so much. And now to this beautiful box that was sent over to me by Beatrice, which I apologize if I pronounce your name wrong with my thick Russian accent, but I still cannot believe it either. So she reached out to me a couple months ago, and she said that she's no longer interested in these kits, and since I'm stitching kits and I'm familiar with them and I like kits, she said she will just gift me all of this, and I knew it's coming. She sent me all the pictures, but till this day, even though I already went through this box like 5 times, just keep staring at all these beautiful kits that I received. I cannot believe. Again, thank you so much. I am going to stitch, don't know when, but I will eventually each of them, because I already have idea for each of it. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. I like how she put a note and bonus. So this is French cross stitching. I think that's this brand. I'm not gonna butchering the French. I don't have a good pronunciation, but I'm gonna show you from far, so I'm not spoiling the pattern. But it's like a snow globes, and this is amazing because this magazine, or like Point the Crocs magazine, it's one of those that in my forever wish list. I don't own any of them and I want all of them, but I guess I'm just not mentally ready to spend $30 on a magazine when I can spend the same amount for any kits. So one day I will spoil myself with at least one magazine, but I have these patterns now, and of course I'm gonna stitch at least one of those snow globes. I don't want to spoil for you what's in that box. I'm gonna put it next to me. Riolis, and everything about it, it's perfect. We have ribbons, beads, regular floss, and you can make like a little medallion and everything that you possibly need to do so. It's in this, it's a kit. I've never seen anything like this before, and I'm very, very excited to make it. This is just the pattern, and another pattern, which is this beautiful poppies, right? I call them poppies. And I like on a black and on like a beige background. 2015 Riolis, and it says right here, not for sale. In Russia, they do a huge cross-stitch con. It's a little bit different. I think I've never been in a cross-stitch community meeting in the United States. I'm dreaming to go there, but I didn't get any opportunities yet. But in Russia, I haven't been there either, but I always watch the girls going over there, and it's just a dream of any cross stitchers. There's just rows with the stands of each designer, like a popular big designers, independent designers, and they just sell everything cross stitch related, like designs, the kits, the fabric, the floss, everything. And it's just rows upon rows upon, like it's just a big, huge community going there for shopping. And I wonder if this was part of the free gift by Riolis that year, 2015. I'm not sure, I may be wrong, but usually Riolis each year creates a special kit that they gift as a gift, I guess. Oh my god, I've been talking for so long, I cannot do it anymore, I guess. And I wonder if that was part of that year. But anyway, very simple stitching. I will probably change the fabric to even width, smaller count, and again add even more beads, and you got yourself a beautiful ornament that you can decorate your house with. So this, I think it's Ukrainian brand. I don't know what it is. I've never tried it. I never stitched it. Very interesting. I wonder if this is the pattern, because somebody was doing some counting over here. And I've also never worked or never seen fabric like this. So I wonder what it is, how to work with that. I'm definitely going to need to read some instruction, but the beads, the floss, everything that I will need is in here waiting for me to stitch it. A beaded project, and I don't understand this kind of fabric. I feel like it's huge, so I will probably substitute it. I will read the instruction first to see, just to see. Maybe it needs to be stitched in this kind of fabric, but if it's not necessary for some kind of techniques, I definitely will change it. But isn't he cute? And I like this element over here. Adorable. Чарівна мить. Another kit. And isn't she just absolutely beautiful? And then I flipped it. On the back side, this is the printed canvas, but not printed as random colors that need you to follow and then you wash and it's washing off. Printed as a background. So all of this you don't stitch. You just stitch, I guess, the rag, the piano, her, and when you look even closer, do you see the beads all over the dress, the sleeves, the bracelet, her necklace, and the flowers? There's beads in there. It's somewhere, I don't want to open it, but I'm very, very excited to stitch it because I've never stitched anything like that before. This is going to be such an interesting experience. Sampler, just simple red floss. There's no fabric, but that's not a problem. I really like the cats. And then this one. So I guess you can stitch either one or both. And then this is the kit that I mostly, I mean, I love them all. I want to stitch them all. I will stitch them all. But this one, isn't it just perfect? I'm not gonna change anything. I'm going to stitch as it is. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it when I will finish it, but this design, it's absolutely perfect. I love it. I just absolutely love it. That's the name, but I don't even know how to translate it. That's the number. And I don't know. I guess no, that's the brand. Anyway, I don't know how to translate it, but it's just absolutely beautiful, perfect. Such a yummy colors. I like how bright it is. I like how crazy the pattern, the design, how unbelievable with that old times elements. And I'm very, very excited to stitch this one. I think from everything, I'm going to start this one first because I am really itching. I'm itching to start it because I've never seen anything like this before. Beatrice, thank you so much. This kit's in a good hands. They will be stitched. Maybe not this year, but definitely anytime soon. And Lalani, also thank you for your gift. I mean, this is unbelievable and so kind of you. I'm speechless, to be honest, but I've been smiling this whole time since I received these, and it's definitely gonna be stitched. It's in good hands. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that was all my purchases. It might seem like for somebody that I own too much, that I buy too much, that I'm fixating too much on it, but I want to say that it's amazing feeling when you finally find a hobby that clicks in you. Like it's like a puzzle. It just like you find something that makes you happy. Am I good at it? I'm okay at it, I think. I'm not perfect, but I'm okay. It's a growing process and I love it. I love the process, I love the finish, I like to find the places to decorate it. I am more into it right now, like how else I can incorporate cross-stitching in like real life and products or objects that I use every day. And it's just an interesting thing that I do almost every single day and I'm enjoying it a lot. And I just want to say thank you so much for everybody who's watching, commenting and subscribing, because not only I'm enjoying it, but I'm very, very happy that I was able to find a community, people who are sharing this hobby, and somebody that I can share my excitement with. Because till I started the YouTube, I felt like I'm the only person in the world that into this hobby, like nobody around me does it. And I always feel kind of alone about it, like always wanted to talk and show and look what I got, and people like, I'm happy for you, but I don't share that excitement, you know? So when you finally find your community, it's truly is one of the best feelings. And I am so happy that now I finally started my YouTube channel and I have this opportunity of sharing my excitement, my thought, my ideas, my progress, my finishes with people who are also interested in it. So I just want to say thank you so much to all of you. I really appreciate it. Next week, I'm finally going to show you all my progress so far that I made. I'm going to give you my report on all my goals that I made, which some I'm succeeding, some I'm failing, but hey, I knew it's gonna happen. I just feel like I see the final goal and I'm achieving it. Some some projects is a little bit slower than another, but they all slowly moving. We have one finish and I'm very excited to show you it next week. Who knows, maybe by the end of next week I'm going to have one more finish, hopefully. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. Happy stitching. I will see you next week.